Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more credit information.
Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to bring you a video on how the government is investigating the credit bureaus for their violations during the pandemic. Now, if you're new to my channel, I bring you information to help you no matter where you are on your credit journey. So if you like that kind of information, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. This channel is dedicated to credit education and not credit repair. Credit is an algorithm dictated on your own behavior. So we show you what to do and what not to do to help you improve and maintain your credit. Now, with this event that just taken place on October 13th, the Congress and some appointees in the House have written a letter to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and they are the one that oversees the credit bureau, the government agency, because they are requesting that the credit bureaus be investigated for their inactivity to answering complaints from customers on errors on their credit report. Now, this action is being initiated by James Clyburn, and they have set up a committee, a subcommittee, to investigate things that took place in the pandemic crisis. Now, during that pandemic, the credit bureaus were supposed to pause payments being reported for student loan debts. And then for those who requested a deferment, they were not supposed to report any negative items during that period. But they had errors and people credit suffered from that. Many people had filed complaints or disputes to the credit bureaus about inaccurate information. There was also an uptick of identity theft related to the pandemic, and they decided to take that opportunity because they had extended periods of time to answer complaints. It's normally 30 days, but they were given additional leeway because of the pandemic. And they, in 2019, had answered and resolved 25% of their complaints. But they together in 2021, during the pandemic period, only resolved 4.1%. So they took that opportunity not to handle and resolve these complaints. This is why in my packages that I have with my letter packages, I always tell you guys to use the affidavits when you're disputing, because an affidavit is a sworn statement. And the reason why I use these affidavits, not to swear to the information, but to swear who you are. Because in this report, they were saying that the reason why they didn't answer a lot of these disputes is because they were coming from third party, meaning credit repair companies. They do not have to answer your dispute if it's not coming from you, but they use vague information to tell you what they're looking for. And the committee even cited that they have vague rules. So they use this to their opportunity, because if you've been following my channel, I give you guys the inside information. The credit bureaus are not a federal government agency, as they call themselves, bureaus. They're really a data selling company, and you are not their customer. you are their product. So they don't give a darn about you. Actually, they make money off of you. Their real customers are landlords, banks, whoever are buying your credit reports. So those are their customers. And the committee found that most of their disputes that was submitted to them, that they even took the time to so-called investigate, they just asked the furnishers, which is their customers, hey, is this correct? And didn't even bother to investigate it. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, they are required by that law to do an investigation by calling and researching this information. But they don't do that because this is a billion-dollar business. So they do have the e-Oscar system where they're just communicating back and forth electronically with a code just to verify whether or not the furnisher is saying that it's true. And it doesn't mean that the furnisher is giving out the right information. And now we all know the importance of credit. People can't get a home. You can't even, in some cases, get a job if you have bad credit, or it can limit you, especially if you want to go into certain branches of the military. They're looking for you to have security clearance, and if you have a troubled credit history, this can disqualify you for some of these positions. And that was noted in the report. So you may be a victim of this. And to save yourself from being a victim, you need to take these steps. Like I said, I always, when I dispute with the credit bureaus, I submit an affidavit swearing to who I am, and I get that notarized. Not to whether or not the information that I'm disputing is true, but to the fact that I am the one submitting this dispute, and it's not a credit repair agency, so they can use that reason to dismiss your claim. The second part, you always send all of this information wherever you're disputing, whether with the collection companies, the credit bureaus. Make sure you guys are always sending this information certified. And you never want to dispute online because you don't have the proof, and it will rob you of certain rights. The third step, once you track all of these disputes, you have your evidence and your proof, you can submit a complaint directly to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the same government entity that the Congress is having to investigate the big three credit bureaus. So you can submit your own claim too, but you want to make sure you have your evidence with your disputes if they're not removing the information. So hopefully this is helpful. I will leave the article in the description of this video. So if you guys have some questions, you can submit it in the comment section, or you can submit your questions at my website if it's personal, and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.